Hello my lovely paint pouring friends. Now today I'm going to do number 6 in the series of the mini canvas with paint and just water. So obviously this is number 6, so I've already done 5. And the colours I'm going to use today for my base, I'm going to do something a bit different in this series. I'm going to use this magenta. And this is the Mont Magenta, which I get in these 2-litre containers. And these are excellent paints. I love this Mont paint. I got it off Amazon, so my thickness of my paints I've mixed so it just runs off and just goes straight back in. It's a tiny bit thicker than I did for the Dutch pours, just a little bit thicker. So I hope you can see the consistency. I've got that there, and I've mixed all my paints the same sort of thickness today for this one. So that's going to be my base. Now my colours are Turquoise Blue by Amsterdam, that brilliant green that I've already used on a couple of them, these 7 by 5 inch canvases, and I'm going to put some black in this one. So I'm going to use this Amsterdam black. This is Oxide black, and my 24 karat gold, which I adore. So we're going to crack straight on and cover this canvas in this beautiful, beautiful magenta. How gorgeous is that? Looks just so rich, doesn't it? Love it. So we'll cover the canvas first of all. I always just like to use my hands because it's a lot easier. So it flows nicely. Cover the edges, cover all those corners. So I'll go over why again I'm doing this little series, because I think it's very helpful for people that, especially if you're just starting out with paint pouring, these little canvases are very inexpensive, and if you can just mix them with water, mix your paint with water, you don't have to worry about what sort of pouring medium to use and all the different types that you can get, which one, how much of it do I use, and it just gets a bit complicated. And the biggest advice, the best advice I could possibly give you for doing paint pouring is enjoy it, because so many people just are getting very, very stressed because they can't do various techniques and they're struggling. And I think sometimes we just forget along the way that we're supposed to be enjoying this. It's fun. So do enjoy it, your paint pouring. And if you're not enjoying it, if it's making you stress, don't do it. It's not worth it. I know some of these techniques take a bit of getting the hang of, but these that I'm doing on these little canvases are just very, very simple, very, very easy to do. So that's all my canvas covered. I'm just going to clean my hands up. So I've cleaned my hands up and just get a bit off centre there. Now I'm going to give it a quick torch to get the bubbles out. So do enjoy your painting, because it is fun, and don't get stressed if you can't get the hang of it straight away. We all have scraped many, many canvases, even the best pourers out there, and there are some fantastic pouring artists. They've all started from scratch. They've all started from where you're starting from now. If this is going to be your very first canvas, we've all had to do our very first canvas. And oh my goodness, I have scraped a ton of canvases. So just enjoy it. So my first colour is my turquoise blue. Now, I'm not going to be blowing it out today. I'm just going to put a little bit of colour on. And I just chose some colours that was contrasting. So I just want to like drizzle a bit around, because I want a lot of the pink showing. So the idea with these little 5x7 canvases and just the paint and water is just to make it very easy, very cheap, to just have some fun on a canvas. So we're going with this beautiful brilliant green. So I do hope you're following along with this series of these mini canvases, because I'm having such fun doing them. And there's so many ideas that you can do with these little canvases. Now I'm just going to put a bit black on there now. I want to give it some contrast. See, I know, you see, I've let this one stand, and can you see, it's just got a little bit thicker. A little bit thicker than the others. So I'm just going to put a little touch of water in there. So I get my little bottle of water, just put a few drops in. It doesn't need a lot. Give it a good stir, and then test it again. Let's say, yeah, a little bit more. Just a few drops. So it's easy to control the amount of water you put in with these little bottles. I'll have all these bottles and all my torch and all the bits and pieces that I use. I'm trying to put them all into my Amazon shop. Still a tiny bit thick. Just so you can easily find all the bits and pieces that I use. So I'll put the links for it below. It's not my shop, I'm not selling myself, it's just the things that I recommend. And it is an affiliated link, so if you buy using that link, I will get a little bit of commission, which all does help, so I'd really appreciate it if you use my links. So that's about ready now. It's about the same thickness as the rest. So we'll just put just a little bit of the black on. We don't want a ton of black, just a few little bits here and there. And then I'm going to come in with this beautiful 24 karat gold, which I adore. There. Now I'm going to put some more green and blue over the top of that now. So we'll go with the blue first. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell notification, the little bell button, so you get notified when I bring out new videos. And then you won't miss any in the series. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it all does help us little YouTubers. There. I think that's all I'm going to put on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with, oh, I better just give it a quick torch. Now the reason I'm always going on about giving it a quick torch is because we really don't want the bubbles. And the reason we don't want the bubbles is because when it's drying, if you haven't popped the bubbles and they pop during the drying process, you get all little spots all over it, which you may not want. And if they don't pop, then you get little lumps. You don't get a nice smooth finished painting. You get little bumps in them where the bubbles are still underneath the paint. So all I'm going to do now is I've just got a little tool. You can use anything. And I'm just going to go, ooh, just give it a little swirl really. And then I'm going to wipe my little spatula and give it another little swirl. Just play around with it and see what we come up with. That's all I'm doing. Create whatever design you want. See, it's very, very simple to do. Just do whatever you feel like doing. And you can get some quite neat little designs, really. See, I like the nice bright colours. I like the background and then the contrasting colours on the top. I think they look really lovely. Ooh, what to do? How cool, it looks really nice. So I quite like these little green bits out here. I might actually just put some more of those in because I do like that. So to do that, I'm just going to see if I can get some just on the end of a little cocktail stick like this and just drip it in, see if it will drip off there, because I only want tiny little bits there. So if you're new to paint pouring, I've got a craft blog, Visual Sense Crafts, and I've done a paint pouring for beginners article, which you might find really helpful. Well, I hope you do. There's lots of information on there, how to use different pouring mediums and different paints and different techniques, all sorts of stuff. And there's also some free colour charts. Did loads of colour charts just to give you some ideas of colours that you might want to put together. So do go and have a look. It's all free to download the colour charts, and hopefully you'll find them helpful. I'm going to leave the link for that below for you. There. Don't want to do too much. Oops, I've just flicked my little cocktail stick. There's my skewers. So what I'll do is I'll come in with my skewer and I'm just going to give it a little drag out like that, just to give it a little bit more detail, and then wipe the stick and do it again. Makes it look like little hearts. That looks lovely. Actually, I do like that effect, so I'm going to go back and do it to those. It just looks like nice little, pretty little hearts. I better go that way. Good. Messing it up a bit. So you can do all sorts of designs. Do whatever you want. It just looks so pretty. There, what do you think to that? I think that looks rather nice. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is, how quick and simple, and all you need is just paint, canvas and water. And you can get some lovely, lovely pictures with some beautiful designs. There. Now, where's my torch? Let's give it one last torch. there, and that's done. And I think that looks really rather pretty. So I'll bring you down for a close-up. So here's the close-up. And I don't know if you'll be able to see how beautifully that 24 karat gold sparkles. But it just looks so pretty. And it really sets those colours off against that magenta background. So I hope you enjoyed that. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.